All Things Motoring is owned and brought to you by CHANGECARS, South Africa's trusted online vehicle platform. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or just need advice, visit changecars.co.za.
Coming up this week on All Things Motoring, we head out to the Black Horse Brewery with the Mazda MX-5 Club to chat about the different models and why the love for all things MX-5. We then head to the Cape Town Classic Car and Bike Show, which is a 2-day event filled with some of the finest cars and bikes our country has to offer.
We are congregated at the beautiful Black Horse Brewery in Magaliesburg, and when I say beautiful, it truly is beautiful. The surroundings, the animals, the weather, everything today is just perfect. We are joined by the Gauteng branches of the MX-5 Club. We've got 4 generations of this incredible, beautiful product. But it gets better. We're going to get to speak to the owner of each generation. What are they going to share with us? They're going to share with us why they've chosen a particular generation, a little bit about the particular vehicle, and I assure you, you're going to enjoy it.
Japanese car culture is legendary, and the love for cars is deeply ingrained in the country's identity. Japanese car enthusiasts are known for their attention to detail, dedication, and passion for engineering excellence. This love for cars has inspired Japanese car manufacturers to create some of the most exciting and innovative automobiles in the world. One car that exemplifies this passion for engineering excellence is the Mazda MX-5. The MX-5, also known as the Miata in the US, is a sports car that was first introduced in 1989. It quickly became popular for its agile handling, lightweight, and fun-to-drive character. But what many people may not know is that the development of the MX-5 was heavily influenced by the Japanese car culture. Mazda engineers were obsessed with creating a car that captured the essence of the classic British roadster, but with Japanese engineering and reliability. They poured countless hours into designing and refining the car's chassis, suspension, and steering to create a car that was not only fun to drive, but also dependable and easy to maintain. The dedication to engineering excellence paid off, and the MX-5 quickly became one of the most beloved sports cars of all time. The car has since gone on through several generations and has continued to evolve while maintaining its core values of agility, fun, and reliability.
So Bert, tell me a little bit about this beautiful example behind us.
This is a 1996 MX-5 NA8 as they call it. The original series was a NA6.
So the difference between the NA6 and the NA8 being the 1.6 engine that it came out with versus the 1.8 that upgraded it to?
Yes, the last year or so they built the NA series. They did a 1.8 litre motor in it. Gave you a little bit of obviously a power upgrade. The rest of the car is basically identical to the NA6. I purchased this car 3 years ago now. It was initially purchased as a relatively cheap car that I wanted to trash around the racing track for a while. I raced in historic pursuit racing for a year with it. Had 2 near misses where I nearly totaled the thing with somebody pushing me off, etc. And I said to my wife, I love it too much to destroy it.
Not going to do it anymore.
Not going to do it anymore. Put it back to road use and have been having a blast with it ever since.
Now, interesting you talk about the track that you bought it for the track. Rear wheel drive, front engine, manual gearbox, the perfect characteristics for a track. What is it like on the track?
Beautiful. It's a little bit underpowered competing with the rest of the guys, but particularly tracks like Red Star with lots of turns, they battle to find anything that actually keeps up with you in the corners on it. It's beautifully set up for that.
Tell us a little bit more about this particular example. Something like this, if I may ask, what would you have paid for it? Unless you don't want to share it, you don't have to.
I don't have a problem. I originally paid, I think, 57,000 Rand for it, if I recall, 3 years ago. And yeah, currently the market for this particular car in the condition is in with a hardtop is probably running at about the 100,000 Rand range.
Right. Now, Paul,
So it's definitely escalated in the last couple of years.
now, your advice to somebody who's looking to buy a Gen 1 Mazda MX-5, is there anything particular they should look out for? Are there any known troubles?
No major known troubles. They are bulletproof.
The Mazda PR team, you need to get hold of this man. Bert, thank you very much for speaking to us.
Thank you.
And may you go from strength to strength with this beauty.
I will do. Thank you very much. Thank you.
After speaking to Bert, I take it you're the kind of guy who says, let somebody else be the guinea pig.
Yeah.
I know the mistakes, I want Gen 2. Tell us the difference.
It's a 2005 VVT.
So now, when you talk about VVT, obviously variable valve timing, well known to those in the know, just gives you more performance. What is
Performance, yes.
VVT exactly?
It just gives you more performance.
Now, what is interesting for me is it seems that these MX-5s, excellent cars, but incredible value for money. Bert mentioned he's paid less than 60,000 and you could still pick up a Gen 1 for under 100. May I ask something like this today, more or less value?
Yeah, I paid 70 for my car, and yeah, I won't sell it.
So now, everything in life is about choices. I look at this beauty, you obviously had a choice, I'm sure you were looking at other products. What drew you to the MX-5?
My father, who passed away, and yeah, he said, yeah, he bought himself one, and he said, yeah, I must sell my Lotus and I must buy myself one as well. So I did it.
It's incredible when your father leaves a legacy. Robert, lovely speaking to you. Looking forward to speaking to Jenny about the beautiful 25th generation. May you also continue to enjoy this beautiful product.
Thank you.
And thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you.
So we have the incredible privilege of speaking to the owner, Jenny, of a beautiful 25th edition Mazda MX-5. Tell us about, truly, when I say beautiful, you look at this, the color, the shine, the look, the interior. I think I've told you all about the car.
I love my car.
I can see that. Tell us about this beauty.
So it's a 2015. Only 1,000 were made worldwide and 5 came into South Africa.
Wow.
I think one's been written off.
So 25% of them now are owned by you.
No. And it's got lots of logos, 25th edition logos.
I saw that beautiful badge on the side, one of 1,000, and yours is a 906.
906 is
You know
my
what's also
number.
nice about 906? All the potential little teething problems were taken care of by somebody else. Now, you're clearly a lady with taste. What is it that draws you to the MX-5?
If you've had a really awful day, you can just put the top down, get in your car, and all your worries just disappear. But we have gone on a run once when we hit a rainstorm.
And it comes quick.
Yeah, and we just kept driving. We just kept driving, and as long as you stayed at 120, you didn't get wet.
But it's interesting that you mention that. It is an incredible phenomenon for anybody who owns a Spider, Cabriolet, soft top, call it what you like. Anywhere over 100 kilometers an hour, it just feels like the water just goes straight over your head,
Does, yeah.
so to speak. Jenny, thank you so much for speaking to us. It's been an absolute privilege. 25th edition, may you continue to enjoy this beauty for another 25 years.
Thank you.
After the break, we see a couple of later MX-5 generations and go for a drive with MX-5 Club President.
I'm chatting with Aubrey, the owner of this beautiful 2014 MX-5. Aubrey, we know there's many standouts, but the thing that stands out the most for me is the color. We've had red, red and red. White, it's nice to see them in a different color.
Absolutely. So, for me, the color actually drew me to the car.
The incredible thing about the color white, I've been in the motor trade for 32 years. People love red, people hate red. People love black, people hate black. You will not find a single person that will ever say, I won't buy a car because it's white. White is like that neutral, but especially with the new ice white, glacier white, whatever they called, magnificent. This particular example behind us, you can see it is absolutely pristine. How long have you had it?
I've had it for 4 years, and I must admit I enjoyed every single second of having that in my garage. The Japanese talk about these cars and they use the term Jinba Itai.
Right.
Which if you look at the horses behind us, it's horse and rider in unison.
Yes.
Which is actually what this car means. You know, when you drive it, everything is just in position.
But for anybody that's driven an MX-5, it's a very short gear lever, very short change. Am I correct in saying it's very short gate?
Absolutely.
But what is it for you that you absolutely love? Normally aspirated, rear wheel drive, soft top, small to park, whatever. There's no negatives on this car.
There's no negative. I think the one thing that is a standout is that you don't have any trouble with this vehicle. You will drive it 500,000 kilometers. It is just something that is absolutely bulletproof. And that came from the first edition.
Sure.
Bert mentioned that. For me, what is nice, you can drive it every day. But if you really want to have fun with it, you can switch off the electronics and you can let go.
Wow, wow, wow. So I look forward to doing that afterwards. I wanted to take one of the cars around the track, spin it on the grass. Are you volunteering this one?
Happy.
Thank you. But it's interesting, Aubrey, you spoke about not giving trouble. Anybody that owns a sports car, the biggest concern that they've got is the cost of ownership. The MX-5, cheap or relatively cheap to buy. Quite clear that from Gen 1, as you said, there's no problems. Maintenance costs are minimal. And when you take this for a service, roughly what are we looking at?
Well, my last 2 services was under 2,500 rand.
That is incredible. That is the equivalent of a Kia Picanto.
Exactly.
Lovely chatting to you. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you,
Chatting with Natine, the proud owner of what is the last generation. Often they say you save the best for last. If I spoke to the owner of Gen 1, 2 and 3, they'll say we started with the best. What is it for you that makes you want the latest generation?
For me, Michael, thank you. It's all about technology. And I think as we look at the evolution of the generations, more and more safety is become a priority and technology. I enjoy to have the balance of everything. I think Mazda has really embraced the philosophy of Jin Ba Itai. This is still horse and rider in unison.
What is interesting, often we talk about revolution and evolution. If you take one of the most successful cars of all time, the Porsche 911, 1960s to 2020s, it looks very similar. I look at Gen 1, I look at Gen 4, very, very similar. You can see the genealogy. It's almost like it's just been a constant improvement, and they've now got perfection. Performance on your vehicle, what have we got under the hood?
So this is a 2016 ND, the 4th generation. This has got 118 kilowatts and 200 Newton meters of torque.
And that's all from a normally aspirated engine.
That's correct. And I think what complements it is the incredibly lightweight. We're dealing with just a little over 1,000 kilos. So when we marry 118 kilowatts from a 2-liter engine with a very lightweight car, you've got the perfect recipe for fun.
Now, you mentioned that you bought this 4th generation for a specific reason. I never am here to doubt our guests, but today I think I'm going to doubt you. I see your beautiful boy Rahul is with you. Can I have a word with him? I've got a question to ask him.
Absolutely.
So Rahul, your dad told me the reason he bought this was because of technology. I have my doubts. I think you played a big role in it. Were you instrumental in telling him what to buy?
Yes.
Tell me what you love about the MX-5.
I love it because it's really fun to take on narrow roads.
Yeah.
And it has a really nice acceleration to it.
Wow. So for the Mazda PR team, I said I'm going to keep you busy today. Here is an 11-year-old. You are 11, am I correct?
Yes.
Listen to the young market. They know when you've impressed an 11-year-old, you've impressed everybody. Gentlemen, lovely speaking to you. Beautiful car. We've got a beautiful lunch waiting for us. And then you got a beautiful drive on the way home.
That's
Yes.
Top down?
Top down always.
Yes.
Lovely to meet you, Rahul. Natine,
Thank
thank
you,
you very much and all the best to you.
Same to you.
So Herman, our viewers saw the most incredible drone footage of you coming in, the beautiful color that this vehicle is. Full description of the color?
It's called the sunflower yellow.
I don't imagine there's too many of these in South Africa.
No, there's only 4 in South Africa.
Only 4. So
Correct.
I say again, you own 25% of them.
Correct, yes.
So what is amazing for me is this will be the first proper long drive that I get to take in this beautiful car. However, the roof is up. This is not what an MX-5 is meant to do. Am I right?
Definitely not.
Okay.
So to pop the roof, and it's actually 12 seconds for the roof to go down, and then it's ready.
Incredible. Just literally a pop of the lid. And what's interesting is when the roof is down, it doesn't impact on the boot space. Am I correct?
It doesn't impact boot space at all.
That's incredible. Welcome. We've got our leaves coming in. We're ready to go.
Awesome.
So now your official position, you are the current president of the club. Is that correct?
That's correct, and it's not only for the Gauteng. The club is actually for the MX-5 Owners Club of South Africa.
Yes. So Jeremy Clarkson, James May, Richard Hammond, Vicky Butler Henderson, Matt Watson, you guys all do road tests. I've never seen you do a road test with the owner of the car beside you. That is what I've got a big advantage of over you. I'm driving with the president of the MX-5 club in South Africa, Herman, in his beautiful 2010 MX-5 in the most beautiful color. Herman, firstly, thank you for the privilege. Thank you for many privileges. Thank you for the privilege of driving your car. Thank you for inviting us today. Thank you for letting me speak to all your members. Ownership of your beauty. What is it for you that makes you love this product?
When it's a difficult day, you take your car out of the garage, you put the roof down, and you just, everything is just past you. It's the freedom, it's the drive, it is just amazing.
The world seems a better place when you're in an MX-5.
Absolutely.
I just love the I love the characteristics of this car. Manual, rear wheel drive, front engine, absolutely beautiful. It is so torquey. But now I'm in 5th gear. I don't know if you saw there, I went from 2nd directly to 5th. I just wanted to try something.
Yes.
It is so torquey, driving top down, 90 kilometers an hour, under 3,000 revs in 5th, put it into 6th, effortless gearbox. One of the things that is crystal clear, there is no weak links in this car. No weak links. Not the looks, not the cost of ownership, not the cost of purchasing, not maintenance. What is a weak link in the Mazda MX-5 that I'm missing?
There's nothing. It's an absolute pleasure to own it. It's cheap to maintain. It's an absolute lovely drive, and it's a pleasure to drive it any time of the day.
Yes.
And it's just amazing. It's true.
Have you got suntan lotion on?
No, I don't.
Do you generally put lotion on?
I do sometimes, but today I think I need a bit of color.
After the break, we head down to Cape Town to catch up with Ernest at the Cape Town Classic Car and Bike Show.
Thanks so much, Mike and Gugu, for the warm welcome. It's such a pleasure to be here today for All Things Motoring. Now, speaking of All Things Motoring, we are at the Cape Town Classic Car and Bike Show, about to check out some of the incredible cars on display here today. It's a 2-day event, and today, the first of those 2 days, we're looking at modern classics. This is what these types of car shows is all about. Working on your car with family. We've got Uncle Tony over here with the entire family. But Tony, your son's over there.
Yeah.
You guys sprayed this car last night. I see the beatings must still go on.
Yes.
Something's on your hand there. Is that spray paint?
Paint.
Yeah, exactly. But this is the thing. Everybody gets together. Make sure you guys hit the deadline. And here you are. You look very relaxed now.
Yeah. Chilling a little bit.
Chilling a little. And this over here, what is this exactly?
This is a 64 Cortina Mark 1 station wagon. This car is basically going to be 59, 59.
And there's not a lot of these floating around anymore.
Not station wagons, no.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, folks. That's what it's about.
Obviously.
Working through the night to get here. More classic cars coming up. I'm standing here with Xavier. We got an original 510 Triple S over there. We got one with a Neo VVL over here. And then you decided to go traitor on us, bro, man. I mean, what did the other Datsun Nissan guys say about the Toyota engine? Beams in a boxy, as they say.
To be honest, most of them, they crucify me. They don't agree with what I did.
Yeah.
But the main reason for me was in terms of original parts, reliability, and not being able to go, please sir, I'm looking for this. Please sir, I'm looking for that.
Yeah.
And that's why I went with a dual beam setup.
Nice.
And because you can still get original parts from Toyota, genuine gaskets, genuine oil pump, genuine water pump. That's where the difference comes in between the Neo VVL and the beam setup.
But all jokes aside, I mean, the car looks fantastic. You've got,
much love and respect,
you've
brother.
got a custom bag set up on this car.
Yes.
It's, as we walk past, I told our cameraman Craig, this is what I like. This is my vibe. And I'm sorry to the original Datsun guys over there, but this is kind of my vibe. You've got throttle bodies going on here. This thing must be incredible to drive.
It's a huge, it's my pride and joy. And especially with the upgrade in the suspension, gives it that smooth, easy drive on the long road. It's a pride and joy that you will enjoy every time when you climb in here.
Well, Xavier, it certainly caught my eye and attention. Car looks great. Kudos
Much
to
love
you
and
and the
respect.
builder.
Thank you very much, appreciate it.
I'm here with Brendan Bowers and his incredible Ford. You got some special motor under the bonnet, but again, this event and events like this, it's really about friends and family, isn't it?
For sure, for sure.
And your father told me the whole story. You guys have had a bunch of cars in the family, but you're flying the Ford flag now, I see.
A little bit.
Dad's wearing a BMW. Dad's wearing a BMW t-shirt over here.
Yeah.
So your car's got the ST170 engine.
Correct, yes.
And that's a front-wheel drive engine that you guys fitted into that car.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me a bit more about the car.
Okay, so we've got this car for about 10 years now. Started life as a Pinto in our time. So we started off with a 2-liter Sapphire. You still recorded some of the videos and so forth. We started the side draw, stock engine. It was a bit of a mess around car.
Yeah.
We got the Pinto engine up to a 49 second quarter mile.
Okay,
on
nice.
Basic mods, not really big money spent. And then I sort of wanted to go crazy. I wanted to get more into the drag racing thing. But I think I did the right thing by going this route so I could have reliability.
Well, it looks good.
Yeah.
It fits nicely. I mean, that's what you want. And it works. It's reliable. It's a modern engine. Probably still has a warranty.
No.
No
Mike's plays warranty.
But one last question. Does Dad still approve of Fords?
Yeah. Dad doesn't drive the car. Dad doesn't want to drive the car. So I guess we just have to continue with that.
Well, Mr. Bowers, thanks for your time. And as you mentioned, it's a family affair, folks.
Next week on All Things Motoring, Ernest dives further into the classic car show, while Michael and Gugu surprise each other at the V8 Roadhouse in their new daily drivers.
Now, you talk about the Lotus 7. The MX-5 itself is often said it's modeled on the Lotus Elan. I don't know if you know about that. No. Yeah, well, I'm teaching you about it now. You're supposed to say yes. I'm joking. In the middle, we're going to be speaking to Julie, who's got the special 25th edition. When did you change your name? You guys are playing games with me. Lovely to chat to you, Trudy. Huh?
All Things Motoring is owned and brought to you by CHANGECARS, the platform buyers trust with good reason. CHANGECARS works exclusively with the best manufacturer-approved dealerships. There's no safer online vehicle platform in South Africa.